Jumping right in, I thought we would do a chatty get ready with me today. I just felt like talking to you guys, putting on my makeup. This isn't a revolutionary makeup look, but a few of you requested it, and I figured I can tell you some stories during this. So it would be really casual and fun. I am starting off with my foundation, and I'm going to start with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation in Desert Beige. And then I just like to mix a little bit of my Natasha Denona Foundation X with it because this one is more red, neutral, a little bit gray. It will definitely pull gray on me, but mixed with this, it makes it less warm. It's like a really nice combo for my skin. I forgot how much I liked this foundation. It has really good coverage, super affordable. And I look a bit crazy right now because I do have my brows done. But we're just going to jump right in. So I wanted to just answer a few questions from you guys and talk about just my life in general, things that have been going on. I feel like my life has been in shambles lately, just from all the things that are going on, health issues, both myself, my kids. It's just a lot. This winter has just been honestly brutal. It has been so hard, especially to film. If I'm sick, I pretty much can film unless I have something going on with my skin, which I did, and I wanted to talk to you guys about that in this video. So let me just get my base on because you can see I have tanner on and the color is just not the same. So I'm just going to quickly do my face and then we'll get into all my stories. I know they reformulated this foundation and I absolutely love this foundation, but I'm curious to see how they changed it. I'm not sure why companies keep changing my favorite foundations. Dior, Natasha Denona. I still haven't tried the new Dior ones. I'm like scared. I was gonna film this video Friday night, but it's Saturday morning now. And I was gonna have wine and just a little chill video, but figure coffee is more appropriate for the morning. Now I'm just going to do my concealer and just get on with my story. If I don't mention what product I'm using, I'm gonna list everything down below just because I might forget while I'm telling my story and answering some questions. I noticed since my 30th birthday, kind of from then on, I started getting sensitive to cosmetics. And lately, I've noticed lash glue, and then I had an issue with some brush cleaner a while ago, and I stopped using that, and I was fine with the one I was using, and then I had the same thing happen. And I didn't check the ingredients, but it has the same ingredient in it. So as soon as what happened to my skin, which you'll see a photo of because it was really bad. And I thought I was having an allergic reaction, but after some research, I believe I had contact dermatitis and everything was super flaky and I was just reacting to the chemical which was on my skin. And my eyes were so bad because I've been sensitive to lash glue, but not lash glue that you put on your lashes like this. And it's the glue that actually comes on lashes, certain companies, and has it stuck to the little plastic insert. That's the glue that I'm sensitive to because I don't think all of them are latex free. I get a line right along my lash line and it starts to get red and itchy and I can tell my eyes are becoming sensitive, and it doesn't happen every time. I don't know what triggers it, but it's starting to happen more often, which is disappointing because you guys know how much I love lashes. But right now I'm in a good, not sensitive stage. That had gone on, so my eyes were messed up. I'm gonna powder. It's a new powder from Benefit. And I'm going to use this. It's the Dr. Feelgood Silky Mattifying Powder. What was I saying? I don't even remember what I was saying. That's another thing. My memory has been so bad. If I told you some of the things that I've done lately, you guys are going to be like, whoa. Like, I cannot remember anything for the life of me. I just feel like I have so much going on that I just need to, like, cut back. Because it's just, or maybe that's like a stress overload. I don't know. But my memory has been shot too. Back to my skin issue. I've been having a lot of issues. Let's just say that. I guess this story also plays into my memory because I had spot cleaned my brushes. And usually I just do a deep clean with my Dr. Bronner soap and I'm good to go. Rarely have I been spot cleaning lately, especially since I think it might have been a couple years back now that I had the reaction that was similar to this because of the same ingredient, which I'm going to get to. But the spot cleaner that I've been using for years and absolutely loved until this experience was the Cinema Secrets cleaner. I've been using this literally for years. I'm not using it anymore just because, does it even have the ingredients on here? I don't think it even has the ingredients on here. During the week I was doing all those makeup tutorials, a week of makeup, I needed to clean some brushes just so that I had them on hand. And I don't typically have an issue with the eye brushes, even though I was having a reaction just due to lash glue during that time. What happened was I cleaned my brushes and usually like they dry super fast. Like I think that has like a 10-second dry down, something fast. I never use them 10 seconds after, 30 seconds after. I always wait at least a day for them to dry. And I think they were drying for 3 days. I didn't think anything of it. I grabbed my one IT Cosmetics brush that looks like this. It has the 2 sides on it and it felt still a little damp in the center for whatever reason. I didn't honestly think anything of it. At the time, I'm just like, oh yeah, I deep cleaned it. I didn't even think that I had spot cleaned some of my facial brushes when I was doing my eye brushes. I honestly thought I had deep cleaned it. So this was my own mistake, but you're obviously supposed to wait for it to be fully dry. I put my foundation in this, did this, and then I used my concealer with this part, and that's when I had the reaction. So it was because of the ingredient in it, which I was looking it up, and I believe the ingredient is found in paint thinner and floor cleaner, which is good for removing makeup or paint or whatever, but definitely not something you should be putting on your skin. Even though it's a fast dry, if you have sensitive skin like me, it's just not even worth the risk, I find, just because of how bad my skin reacted. So at least it wasn't an allergy. I know it was a contact situation, my own fault. I do not blame the product, but it's just something to be mindful of ingredients. I've noticed irritation even when it's pretty much dry. So that's just not something I want to use to clean my brushes anymore. It was really uncomfortable. It put me out of working for quite a while because I had to wait for it to completely clear. I didn't even recognize myself. That's how bad my eyes were swollen every morning. And it took a while to get better. I just thought I would share my story just in case some of you have experienced lash sensitivity or had something like that happen to them and couldn't pinpoint what it was and thought it maybe was a product, when in fact it was the cleaners that they're using on their brushes. Because I know I've recommended that brush cleaner forever and it works so good at taking off makeup. But if I'm going to react like that a few days later, I definitely don't want to be putting that on my skin. So it's definitely something I wanted to talk about just because I have recommended it. And if I ever have an issue like that, I just want to let you guys know. Because if my thoughts ever change on a product after time, I think it's important to always share my honest experience with something. Even though, like, I take full ownership of doing that to my skin, having it because it says it needs to be dry. I don't want to have to be that cautious, you know? And my Dr. Bronner soap is cheaper. Sure, it takes me much longer to clean my brushes, but it's just worth it to me to use something more natural for cleaning my brushes. How am I going to put this on? I usually put this on with my fingers, but I don't think I can do that right now. So it was just a very uncomfortable situation. I had to postpone a lot of commitments just due to it. But just a word of caution about ingredients and products, because I don't find that's often talked about, and it's definitely something I need to research more. And that same ingredient was in the Parian Spirit, so it's not to knock the Cinema Secrets, because I had a similar thing happen a while ago using that cleaner, and I swore off that, and I had no idea because I didn't even look at ingredients. It's something that I personally want to make a commitment to this year and moving forward is just to be more mindful of what I'm putting on my face. So this is a very light, simple look. I need to fix this brow. Sorry I wasn't looking at you guys while talking. I was like busy doing my work. That is the story there. I might have left something out. It's not that dramatic. It's honestly an error on my part, but it's something I just really wanted to mention to you guys, because if I can do it, I know someone else out there could, and if this could save someone else from making the same mistake I did, it would be totally worth making this video. I'm using a lot of Benefit products in this video. Just worked out that way. That tends to happen to me. I go through stages of brands that I use. I had like a lot of Too Faced in one video, now Benefit. I have this super cute palette they sent over. It's the Cheek Leaders palette, and they custom them. They have another one here with a picture of my face on it. I just thought it was so cute and thoughtful. So I'm just going to use the mirror in this to put on the roller liner, which I've been really liking. And I went on Instagram and asked you guys if you had some questions for me to just talk more in this video, because I knew the story wasn't going to take up the whole video, even though it was like a little bit long. Anytime I post to ask me questions, I always get the same one, whether I'm going to be having any more kids, and no, 2 is good for me. I admire those who want more. At one point, I think I thought up to 4 kids, but no. 2 is good. They keep me very, very busy. This smells so good. Let me just finish my eyeliner before I move on to another question, because I find it very difficult to talk and do eyeliner. So I just finished off my eyeliner off camera. It went pretty dramatic. I was having one of those getting bigger days. I wasn't able to do eyeliner today. I was having that day. And then I just popped on my eyelashes and finished off my mascara. Just in interest of time, do you find it difficult to be a Canadian influencer? What are the biggest obstacles? And I honestly don't feel like it's difficult to be a Canadian influencer. In fact, I think the opposite. I think it's a little bit easier. I don't feel like there's as much competition, even though I don't honestly feel competition in Canada for things. I think there's plenty of opportunities. I need to get something in my hand so I can do something with my hands. I honestly feel like there's plenty of opportunities for everyone. In fact, I feel like as a Canadian, just taking Dallas from this palette, I get opportunities because I'm Canadian, and also the crossover to US, which is really nice. So I have not only the Canadian companies, but also US likes to reach out as well. So I'm not sure how much Canadian companies reach out to those who are in US. I know there are some, but I do feel like there is a little bit less competition and more opportunities just being a Canadian. The only thing that holds me back, not going to events and stuff, because I hate driving to Toronto. It's like a fear of mine because I got in a minor accident once. So it's hard for me to drive there. That's one thing I'd like to overcome. I'm fine driving long distances, say if it's back roads or something like that. It's just the 427 Gardner, going all that direction and then directly in Toronto traffic, because I'm not aggressive and people frighten me. So I'm not worried about my own driving. I'm just worried about other people, because people are kind of crazy on the roads. And I find that especially true in Toronto. But that was me going off on a tangent. How pretty is this highlighter though? I absolutely love it. It's the shade Tickle. The highlighter in the other palette is beautiful. If you have more fair skin, that one is so, so stunning. And then just gonna put a little bit of this in my inner corner. And someone asked if I made the Sephora team, and I actually don't find out until the 15th. And that's only the semi-finalists are gonna be announced. And I'm not sure if it's going to hinder or help me that I worked with Sephora last year, and they never had any kind of sign up last year. They just contacted me out of the blue. It was such a good start to the year last year. So I'm hoping, because they really liked my content last year, that they would like for me to be a part of the team this year. But also I saw on the application website that it said that they'll be picking new people every year. So I don't know if that means that this year I won't be eligible. But I hope I am, because I feel like me and Sephora, we really make a good team. I think I'd be a great addition to that team. But if I don't get it, honestly, just you guys who sent me your testimonials made it worth it to me. I'm just happy with that. It was honestly so nice just to read what you guys had to say. It got me through February, which was such a hard month. I also didn't tell you that my son, I thought he was having an allergic reaction, going into anaphylactic shock at one point, but we got 2 opinions from doctors, and his body was just fighting a virus, and he just broke out into severe hives. But I'm not going to show pictures of that, but it was the scariest moment of my life. Could go on and on, you guys. It's just been so hard this year. And we were talking about Sephora team. See, I go off on tangents. I don't have much left to do. I'm going to spray my face and let that dry, and then we can do our lip. Do you budget for the amount of money you spend on makeup products each month? And the answer is no, because some months there might not be anything that I really want to pick up, and then another month there might be a bunch of collections that I want to get. But in general, this year I have been trying to spend less, but I did end up purchasing the new ABH products. In case you guys saw those, the Riviera palette and the highlighters. I want to get the setting spray as well, but it's not on the Canadian website. Norvina messaged me on Twitter because I asked about this, and she said that it will be coming to Canadian Sephora. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that happens soon, because I really wanted to try the spray as well. For the black lip, the best black lip is Uninvited from Fenty Beauty. I love these liquid lipsticks. You don't even need a lip liner for these. Very, very thin formula, super liquidy, and the applicator is amazing on this. Ask one more question. Would you ever do a meetup? And the answer is yes. I just don't know where or how I'd go about it. I'd honestly love to do like dinner with subscribers sometime. If anyone's local to London or KW, I think that would be fun. Because having people drive a while to come meet me just for like a short period of time, I don't know. I feel bad about it. I just would want to spend more time with everyone, you know? So I've never planned one out. If the opportunity arose, I definitely would, but I don't know how many people would show up, and I'd want everyone to be safe as well. So the answer is yes. Just don't know how I'd go about it. Need some help. Okay, I can't talk with a black lip. That almost turned out really bad. If my lips were even, it would be easier. I wasn't able to answer too many questions just because of my stories taking too much time and I go on tangents. But I hope you guys enjoyed this more casual video, just cleaning up the lip line. I'm just going to get changed, come back, and we're gonna finish off this video. This is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this super simple, casual, get ready with me video. I know the look isn't revolutionary, but a few of you wanted to see it, and I thought it was a perfect time to do it because I could just chat with you and let you know what's been going on in my life, some of the stories I wanted to share with you, and just answer a few questions that you guys wanted to ask me. So if you like this type of video, please give it a thumbs up so I know, and if you have more questions you want to ask me, leave them in the comment section, and I can definitely do another one of these casual get ready with me's in the future to answer more of your guys' questions. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.